TII Technical Education Systems, teaching technology for tomorrow.
Okay, in this video what I'd like to do is show you how to create a timer where you can display the accumulated time onto an HMI. So the first things we need to do is create the timer in the PLC program. So I'm going to drop a circuit in here, and we're going to use all HMI tags here. So everything will be done on the HMI. So we go to the Start button, hit Enter, and I've created all of these tags. So if you don't know how to create these, I have previous videos that I've made that show you how to create all these tags that are here. Drop this over here. Select our normally closed. HMI stop. All of these tags have been created. Now let's put our timer in. So we're going to come over to instructions. We're going to grab our TON. Drop this into here. We'll call this HMI timer. Say OK. And let's control an output. We'll go ahead and we'll control just a basic light. Okay. Do the left red light on the Siemens PLC HMI trainer by TII Technical Education. Drop this in. And we will make this the memory for it. Now actually, let's do this. Let's make the memory for this from the HMI timer. So we'll do the HMI timer. We click here, and then we select the in. So anytime the in is on, so will this be. So this will provide memory for that HMI start. Okay. Now let's make the preset here 4.5 seconds. All right. So remember, you're multiplying by 1 millisecond. So for 4.5 seconds, it would be 4,500 seconds. And you can see 4 seconds, 500 milliseconds, or that'd be 4.5 seconds. And then we'll create somewhere so we can accumulate that time. So we will call this HMI timer ACC. Okay? And then we'll define this tag as a data type time. So we'll just select time here. And now this program is set up with the timer. And I want to show you 2 ways to add the display to your HMI. So now that this is here, we can go ahead and download this to the PLC, and then we'll open up the root screen. Now I already created a start-stop station in a previous video, and I've left it up here so you could see it, so we can use that on the HMI screen. So now there are 2 ways to put in the accumulated time, to display that EN. Okay? So the first way to do this is to open up your toolbox and come down to Elements. And right here, you can select IO field, and we'll bring that over to here. And what this does is this is a place where you can display your count or your time accumulated value. So what we'll do is we'll double click here, and this will bring up the properties. Minimize the toolbox, and there's some things we have to do in here. First thing we have to do is tag it. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to browse out. We go to our PLC tags, default tag table, and if we scroll down here, we have our HMI timer ACC. This is the tag that we created that will show the accumulated value. So we'll click here, we'll hit Enter. Now we have to set the format. Okay? So what we want to do is we're going to come down here, and we are going to select. We're going to allow this to display 9 different variables, 9 different digits, okay? And those are all right here. And then we need to place the decimal point 3 over. And the reason we place it 3 over is because we're talking in milliseconds. So this will convert that milliseconds into seconds for us. And believe it or not, this is ready to download. But before we do, I would like to show you another way to accomplish this. It's actually a little bit easier, if you will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the screen here. So I have my PLC program over here, my HMI root screen over here. I'm going to come over and I'm going to grab this tag and just drop it in here. How cool is that? That is beyond simple. You don't have to worry about selecting the wrong tags or anything like that. It's right here and we're ready to rock and roll. So you turn the split screen off. I'll bring this one over here. Okay. And then again, we'll double click. Come down here. This one will actually make 6. We'll have it the format pattern be 6. Select the decimals over as 3. And we'll just show you the difference. It'll actually end up looking exactly the same. And you'll see that your tag is already there. It's already created. Now you can actually go in here and you can change the appearance of, you can change the background color if you want it to be if you want it to pop a little bit more, or if you want to have different colors for different timers, however you want to do that. Okay? And so we'll go ahead and change this to blue, and we'll just change this one. We'll leave this one as white. You can change the border width, make it a little bit thicker, you can change the border type if you want to. Okay? Totally up to you. You go ahead and mess around with these features a little bit. There's some pretty cool ones in there. Then we'll minimize this. And then what we can do, this is in the manual, we can actually bring over a text field. And I don't think I've shown you how to do this so far in the video. But we'll bring this over and we can add this to here. And what this will allow us to do is to identify this. So this is timer ACC, okay, or runtime. However you want to identify it. Okay, we can do the same thing over here. Grab the text box, drop it over here. And again, you can name this whatever and you can do this for your start buttons, your stop buttons, whatever you need to do. Anything you want to identify here, you can do that. And so here we can just identify this as, double click on it. Single click, sorry. Timer HMI ACC. Hit enter. Bring that up over here, and if you double click or you click on it, you can actually bring up the properties for it, and you can go ahead and you can change the colors of this as well. Alright, so you can go ahead and grab a different color to match something or to make it pop in some way, so it's easily identifiable for the operators. Alright, and this is ready to download, and of course we have 2 timers here that are doing the same thing, but all in all, it's a pretty cool feature, I think. Now, let's say I wanted to line this up. So this is off here a little bit. I show this in the TII manual, but I'll show it to you here. I have just selected these 2. And if I select this Align Selected Objects Vertically, it lines them up perfectly. Okay? I can do the same thing here by dragging this out of the way, dragging this out of the way, highlighting these 3 boxes, and I can bring this and I can align it this way. So now I know that everything is perfectly lined up. Grab this, drag it down to here, here, highlight these, come over here, line it up with each other, line it up with each other, and this is a nice looking screen. So we're actually ready to download this. So we'll go ahead and start the downloading process. Okay, so we are ready to try this. So we're going to come over, we're going to select the start button, and we are timing out right here. And after 4.5 seconds, the red light comes on. So if you hit the stop button, the light turns off, and your timers are not counting anymore. Come over here, use the start button again. There's a small second delay, and then they're running. When they get to 4.5, the red light will come on. And you can see there's a little bit of a delay between this kicks on first, and then this times out. And that's just a networking delay there. So we hit the stop button, hit the start button, and the timer is timing. And this is how you display a timer on an HMI. And so if you were timing out for 8 hours and then the operator had to do something, all of that could be displayed here. I hope this helped. This was Unit 15.1 in the TII Technical Education Systems Trainer. Thank you very much for watching.